Starting a new project is always more fun than finishing one. See, starting a project is like going to the gym the 1st of January. You're super motivated. But finishing a project is like sticking to your workout plan into March. If you can stick around to the end of this video, I'll promise you that you will have a framework on how to actually finish your projects in 2025. And I'll also show you how to speed up the process. And comment your problems below. I always write back to every comment except the ones from bots. Just kidding, we're all bots. We'll go through the A6 method, the rest method, using standards, prototyping, how to keep it boring, and a bonus secret method. Enough talk, let's finish what we started. Number 1, the A6 method. First tell me, what is beautiful software? Think about it. If you look at the most beloved software such as macOS or Basecamp, you will see that they have one thing in common. They get the job done in a simple way. And this guiding principle can help us build even faster. You want your software to be extremely simple, and this is where the A6 method comes in. I invented that, and now it's taught at my little YouTube channel. I like to keep things simple, so when I start a new project, I will take a A6 piece of paper like this here, and I will write down the following. Number 1, what it will do. Number 2, why is it useful. Number 3, the feature set. And number 4, how it will be marketed. If I can't explain it simply, I cannot create it simply. Talk is cheap, so let's go through an example of one of my SaaS that I have built. Videobacker.com simplifies giving screen recording feedback in between coworkers, users, clients, and freelancers. We are like Loom, but we record directly in the browser without an app, thus removing the barriers to record. Sharing of videos makes it easier to go viral marketing-wise. Our feature set is number 1, record your video. Number 2, play a video. Number 3, see your existing videos. Now that is it, and because of this simplicity, our first version only took around a week to make. In other words, start simple and then later add spices to the meat. After the first version, we of course added more features, but one thing at a time. So how can we simplify your software? First, avoid options and provide same defaults. This avoids overloading the users with choices, and you can just give them what they want instead. Number 2, cut ruthlessly. A diamond only shines because it was cut and polished, so focus on the core. Number 3, think in days or weeks. What can you actually get done in a day or a week? Simple software is not only easier to create, it's also easier to maintain and extend. And simplicity sells. It's a lot easier to find your target audience. Number 2, the rest method. Often we work hard on a problem, find a solution and implement this solution. But remember, even the Vikings needed to relax after a raid. If we don't rest, we will implement complicated and annoying solutions. Instead, what I try to do is hammer as hard on a problem as Thor. And then afterwards, I relax, I eat some meat and I reflect. But you have to be a little bit careful here, because when are you actually unconsciously solving a problem versus just procrastinating? And I will have a solution for you a little bit later here. Number 3, use standards. You can save hundreds of hours by using standards. But what do I mean with standards? Just use what already works. When designing, just keep it simple. No fancy nav bars or sidebars or animations. When doing the backend, just keep it simple. Server-side rendered, no fancy SPA, no fancy JavaScript libraries, just getting something off the ground. You don't need queues or fancy NoSQL libraries. Just keep it simple. A cron job is usually good enough. My 2 favorite CSS libraries are Water CSS and Pico CSS. These help you build things that look elegant and yet simple. And if you're finding this useful, don't forget to axe that subscribe and like button. Number 4, prototyping. You can prototype a solution really fast. I made a YouTube management system in 5 hours. I could do that because I abstracted away the channels, the login system and everything else that was there. Just keeping it basic. I made it just for my own channel and for my own team. And my idea of managing a channel this way was terrible. So I abandoned that and I only wasted 5 hours of my time. I could have spent months perfecting my solution, making a nice login system, channels and everything, but they would all have been wasted because my idea was just not good. Number 5, keep it boring. You're not earning customers by using the newest JavaScript framework. You're earning customers by providing value. Don't switch up your tech stack just because it's nicer, better or faster. If you know PHP, do PHP. If you know Python, do Python. If you know Java, probably do Python. You probably also want to use some starter kits. There's a starter kit that's called Django X that sets up a login system and all same defaults for Django. And it's very, very fast for me to just take that, and then in a few hours I will have a server running with this. PHP got Laravel and WordPress. Only use WordPress if you do not want to get into Valhalla after your death. Number 6, bonus method. The last point is to get friends. Get friends to help you with your project. Or if you're like me and you don't have any friends, you just hire freelancers instead. Freelancers are great because, number 1, the sunk cost fallacy. When you sink money into something, you're more likely to sink even more money, time and energy into that. And thus, hopefully, you will finish that thing. Number 2 is comparative advantage that was introduced by Ricardo something. David Ricardo. He described how Portugal has a better territory to make wine, where the UK is better at making textiles. And this is the same for jobs. I am a terrible designer, but Costa and my team can make an awesome design in just a few hours. So I focus on eating meat and making awesome code, and he can focus on making awesome designs. And maybe drink a little bit of coffee as well. When you find people to complement your weaknesses, you will be running faster and better at the same time. Conclusion: cut ruthlessly, simplify, prototype, get some help, and let's rock together. And you made it to the end. You can do this. But don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.